Are you ready to learn, to experience, to achieve, and to develop? Listen up. This is the third video of a series that's called Self-Confidence. In the first video, we spoke about self-image and how your self-talk, how you talk to yourself, if you're kind to yourself, and the time you give to yourself affect your self-image and thus gives you self-confidence. In video number 2, we spoke about competence, knowing that you don't know, and mastering your art and finding your calling. And these three together also play a role in increasing your self-confidence. Today, the third thing that we're talking about is going to action. Now, going to action is something big. It's something frightening. We are always afraid to take action because we're afraid of taking responsibility, right? We're afraid of making mistakes. We're afraid of failing. And so these three, they stop us and we feel that we lack self-confidence. That's why we're not going into action. Paradoxically speaking and thinking, if you go to action, if you take action, this will increase your self-confidence. And why? Because when you take action, you're not staying still, you're doing something, you're creating change, you are having results. And even sometimes you do fail, but you felt that you did something, you took a lesson, and then this will help you increase your self-confidence and then go for better and for stronger and achieve something. How do we take action? Because it's not so easy. I'm going to tell you 3 things that will help you not stay still, not feel paralyzed, not feel unable, but able. And go do what you really need to do. So what are these 3 things? First of all, it's actually a book that I read and I got the idea from it. It's feel the fear and do it anyway. Kind of surprising, right? How does this help? Yes, because we feel fear going into action, doing something. We worry so much about it because of all the things that I mentioned, because we are afraid of failing, because we're afraid what other people would say, because we don't want to look as incompetent. Despite all of these, because the fear is paralyzing, just acknowledge your fear. Fear is good because when you're afraid, like a dog or like a bear coming towards you, you're afraid. This does what? It releases those hormones you need so that you just go and have all the energy you want for you to run for life. So fear is something positive if we let it have positive effect. Because if we think of it as something that is a feeling I don't want to feel or it's stopping me from going into action, then it will have a negative effect on us. But if we just say, yes, I know I'm afraid. Yes, this is probably daunting. And we'll talk about the next thing to make it less daunting to you. I do know that this is frightening, but I decide today to just close my eyes on this fear. I know it is there, but I'm gonna be stronger than it. And how can I overcome it? By doing 2 things. The first is having a breathing technique. So breathe very heavily and loudly and for like 20 times. Whenever you have something you need to do or take a decision or start acting, just do this breathing technique 20 times. Breathe very loudly. It's okay. It's okay. It will help you release all the stress and let this fear just dissolve and give you, and the oxygen that goes into your mind will give you all the strength that you need to just go for it. And second thing is the morning and evening routines. Because in the morning, what you do will set the mood for the day. And in the evening, what you do will set what you think about and how your mind will process everything and how you will wake up the following day. Routines like what? In the morning, make sure you do some form of exercise, probably some sit-ups, just walk a little bit fast inside the house, or if you have the luxury, go out for a run, for a walk. When you wake up, of course, drink as much water as you can. I have a huge bottle next to my, let me show it to you, by the way. This is my new bottle. This is my new friend. Literally, that's my bottle for the whole day. I drink twice these. So one has 2 liters in it, 2 liters. And so I drink 1.5 every day. In the morning, I make sure to drink half of it. It's very important. It quenches the thirst of your body. And so your body now can function and do all these chemical reactions to give you all the good hormones and all the energy that you need to go through your day. So drink a lot of water, as much as you can. Exercise, do some form of good exercise, and do the breathing exercise. These 3 things. And before you sleep, think of what happened during your day. Just analyze it so that you know what are the things that you still need to solve. So when you go to sleep, your mind is at work trying to help you find the answer. Take a shower, because the shower gives you time to think and to be creative, because it's a calm time. And then do whatever your habit is, like praying or some meditation. This is very important, again, to calm your mind so you get ready to go to sleep. If we go to sleep with a rested mind, then our mind is very active, thinking creatively, actually, and helping us find solutions. So this is the first thing, to feel the fear and face it anyway, and do it anyway. And how can you face this fear and feel it and say, I know you're there, but I'm going to action, is by doing those breathing techniques and having the morning and evening routine. Now, the second thing that is important for the action taking is, I just mentioned a little bit earlier, that we're mainly afraid when our goal is huge, when we think that the project is big. I have this presentation at school, I have this big exam coming up, I have this competition that I really want to win. So when we think of the big goal, we're afraid, we're worried. This is too tough for me, this is hard. But if we break it down into small steps, like what's the first thing I can do to get closer to my goal? So study on a daily basis, practice my sports every day. The big project, divide it into small sub-projects. What's the first thing or the first bit of information I need to get? What is the first thing I need to do? The first exercise, the first image I need to find. Your big goals, divide them into small chunks, into small pieces, small parts, small actions, so that when you look at your list, oh, that small action, I can do it. That's easy. But as a one chunk, it seems easy. But one chunk after another, then you're building towards your goal, or you're getting closer to becoming fit enough or strong enough to make it to the competition, or you're going to build the knowledge that you need for that test. Okay, so divide your big goal into small steps. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Number 2 is baby steps. And number 3, intention-driven action. What do I mean? There's a term coined by the coach with whom I'm taking my personal development course, Tim Han, and he says, the first excuse we have for not taking action is that we're so busy. Yeah, you're busy, but busy doing what? This is called not procrastination. This is called working, which means what? You are putting off what needs to be done with the excuse that you're having so much to do. So you're working, you're doing something to postpone the more important thing for later. But what you're busy with, or what you're busy doing, is actually not something that's essential to be done now. So you are working. You're busy doing something not essential or as essential as the goal or the thing you need to do that gets you towards achieving your goal. So these are the 3 things. And let me, before closing up, for the last thing, working. What can you do to overcome this? Whenever you're busy doing something and you know you have something more important, so ask yourself, why am I doing what am I doing now? Why am I doing this task? Why am I busy with this project or this exercise? Is it getting me closer to my priority? Because I have so many things to do, but they are in order, in priority. Am I now doing the thing that gets me closer to my goal? Am I doing now what is necessary for me to achieve or to win or to complete this test? If the answer is no, then just move it aside. Put it off. Delegate it. Your mom is asking you to do house chores. I'm not saying no help, right? It's very essential and very helpful for you too, because the feeling of achievement. But it's not the essential thing. You can just tell your mom, I'm sorry, mom, now I have something that's more important that I need to accomplish. And it will help me with my test. And I'm sure she'll be so happy to delegate it to your other sibling or to do it herself, because she knows you're busy doing something that's helping you become better. Okay, remember those 3 things. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Baby steps. Don't look at your goal as a big thing. Just divide it into small steps. And number 3, do things intentionally. We say that intention-driven action. So these 3 things will help you take action that is needed, that's purposeful, and that will increase your self-confidence. I hope you like those three videos from the series of self-confidence. I can't wait to see you again with my next topic, and make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to my channel to always receive notifications. See ya.